beautiful people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. With that being said, into the pots we go without further ado. So these are the ingredients you're going to need for this creamy oats: protein powder, honey, your favorite biscuits, some milk, and the oats we're using. So I decided to go with some rolled oats for this that you're gonna blend down. Any oats you have is probably gonna work. Instant oats, rolled oats like I'm using here, quick oats, just blend it down into a powder form. For example, it's gonna look like oat flour. Yeah, that's what we're looking for. And this is when I realized that I have messed up. I should have added more water because I thought it's a powder form, it's not gonna need that much water. Little did I know. Sometimes, the food brain, it just disappears. So yeah, I added more water, making sure that I am whisking it down. We don't want any lumps, and yeah, lumps are very prone to a recipe like this. So to make it more creamy, I added some milk of my choice and then closed down the pot for it to cook down. Before I closed it down, I did add some protein powder. So if you're looking into adding more protein to this oats, add your protein powder and whisk. In fact, don't step away from the pot. Just have your water and your whisk there, whisking all the time, because that's how you're going to get that creamy consistency with a lot of whisking. So yeah, I closed down the pot for a good 3 minutes because remember, this is powder form, so it's not gonna take that long. I added some vanilla essence so it can be incorporated into this oat, and this time around I am folding in this vanilla essence instead of whisking it down. I'm thinking the whisking is over. The whisking is done by now and the oats is ready. So I also decided to sweeten the oats straight into the pot so I can just dish it up. But not only that, it's because of the topping as well. So I'm using dark chocolate and my favorite biscuits in the whole wide world, the Lotus biscuits. So it was easier to sweeten it here and then add the sweet toppings on top. So yeah, close on the pot one more time and then I finally served it, and then I chopped down the dark chocolate that I'm having, also crushed down the biscuits that I'll be adding to the porridge, and that was it. I was done after this. Like the creamy element with the biscuit tops and the chocolate melting down was so good. So I'll be doing this a lot. Next recipe, it's congee. So congee is a Chinese version of a porridge. So it's a rice porridge. You know what we need to incorporate in our breakfast meals? A savory porridge. So that is essentially what congee is. I'm making a chicken congee, and this is my interpretation of congee. How did I find out about congee? One time when I got to China, my boss ordered a meal for me. So I'm like, what is happening here? Little did I know that I was having porridge. And then later on, because I was doing my research, I found out that it's rice porridge and you can sweeten it or you can have it savory as well. So yeah, this is the chicken I'll be adding to the congee that I'm marinating: salt, pepper, some neutral oil to add a bit of moisture to it, because we know how lean chicken breasts are. So just adding a bit of oil to them and seasoning. What else did I add to this? I'm trying to figure out if I'm not leaving anything out. A bit of parsley, dried parsley, and some lemon. We know how lemon also cooks down some protein while you're marinating it. Yeah, it cooks it down, makes it a bit softer, so the cooking time will be reduced. So yeah, that's what I was adding over here. Then mixed everything together with some soy sauce, of course, and corn flour. I also added some corn flour to this, and yeah, I marinated it in the fridge. So I incorporated everything, of course, and then mixing it well, and then in the fridge it went to be marinated. So as you can see, I'm mixing everything together, making sure every part of those chicken slices are well seasoned. And then the other part of the congee, right, is this part. I was actually experimenting. Yeah. So yeah, I put these ingredients in my food processor, and I'm going to add them to the congee. If you know anything about my cooking, there'll be onions. No matter what, onions will be there. I'm an onion lover, okay? So yeah, I washed the rice. I think you washed the rice. I washed the rice, then I added some water to it. So yeah, off camera I did wash the rice. And then you cook the rice down. Once the rice is coming to a well-cooked phase, you're gonna beat it up with a whisk, so it gives you the porridge consistency, right? That's what you're looking for. So I'd say the rice cooked for a good 15 minutes without touching it, anything. It was cooked. Then I attacked it with my whisks to get a porridge consistency. And then once it's bubbling away, I'm adding the chicken to the congee, and I'm gonna mix everything together, right? Making sure that the chicken goes inside that rice. And then later on, I am gonna also add that onion, lemon, ginger, onion, chopped down by my food processor mix. I'm gonna add that as well. So that's what you see. So if you have a cold, this actually works well. Or if you're looking for something warm and fuzzy in the morning, this also works. I feel like, you know what, we should get into savory porridges, because I get it, some people don't like sweet things in the morning, and this would definitely hit the spot. So even with that, I didn't use everything. In terms of the onion, lemon, ginger mix, no, I used about 2 tablespoons of that mix that went in, and I let everything cook for another 20 minutes, and the congee was ready. So you can top up your congee with anything you like. I added some chili oil onto mine. Some people add fresh scallions, fresh chilies, soy sauce. You can, hit the town with this. And I'm obsessed with congee now. Like, I cannot wait to give it to my people back home to taste it. Next recipe, corn grits and a quinoa porridge. Yes, you heard right. Mixing grains together is a good way to try out a new recipe, to be fancy. And yeah, this is what I was doing. So I have my corn grits over here with some salted water, and then just a pinch of salt in the water, and then start whisking, because lumps, you don't want anything lumpy. So mix. I also closed down my pot for a good 3 minutes to make sure that it's getting cooked, and then I started adding some of my quinoa. By the way, my quinoa was soaked overnight, so it does cook quicker, right? So that's what I did over here. And also more water. Like, I do not like lumps, and I also don't want it to burn at the bottom. So making sure that this quinoa is well incorporated with the grits is what I was trying to do. You can definitely use polenta over here. It doesn't have to be corn grits. Whatever white corn, maize grain you got going, definitely use it. Even with quinoa, it doesn't have to be a mixed color grain of quinoa. You can use white. Okay, any quinoa you got, just use that. So once it was cooked, you can taste it to check if everything is soft, right? And once it's cooked, added some milk of my choice. Using soy milk. Imagine this with coconut milk. Then you blend it together, and then you serve, and you're absolutely done. I think this is the easiest recipe. Right, so I served mine with a bit of honey and some milk again, and that was it. Thank you for watching. Until next time, bye. Like, comment, subscribe, please.